Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jim Wade Stadium, home of the Oklahoma City University Stars. Today's game will be in the NAI Opening Round Championship between the Mid-America Nazarene University and the Oklahoma City Stars. And here's the starting lineup for the Mid-America Nazarene. In left field, number 1, Drew Woodley. At shortstop, number 10, Bryson Sherwood. At third base, number 3, Dio Cornett. At catcher, number 23, Joshawn Sandoval. In right field, number 8, Josh Torrance. At second base, number 24, Randy Fernandez. In center field, number 15, Ryan Leo. At DH, number 26, Josh Martinez. At first base, number 4, Frank Vogel. And on the mound today for the Mid-American Nazarene, it'll be number 25, Noah Castillo. And here's the starting lineup for the Oklahoma City Stars. In right field, number 31, Felix Rondo. At third base, number 23, Darian Looper. In center field, number 9, Cross Factor. In left field, number 4, Peyton Crispin. At DH, number 21, Caden Stevens. At first base, number 3, Fred Walter. At second base, number 11, Noah Bartz. At shortstop, number 8, Chad Pike. At catcher, number 16, Dylan Taylor. And on the mound today for the Oklahoma City Stars, it'll be number 32, Chris Benefield.
Welcome to Oklahoma City on the campus of Oklahoma City University. It is the 2022 NAIA Baseball Championship opening round in Oklahoma City. It's the Oklahoma City bracket, and the top seed, OCU, has come through an elimination game already today to take on the 3 seed Mid-America Nazarene, the team that put them in that part of the bracket. A championship game this afternoon for the Pioneers. With a win, Mid-America Nazarene would move on to the NAIA World Series. Oklahoma City is trying to force an if-necessary game, which would take place tomorrow at noon. It is 3 o'clock. A wonderful afternoon once again here in Oklahoma City. We have had fantastic weather for baseball. It's been absolutely beautiful. 93 degrees outside, first pitch at 3 o'clock. With Benefield on the mound and Woodley batting. Let's get the lineup to you. Drew Woodley is now batting for Mid-America Nazarene, a sophomore, hitting .314. Line to short, and his first attempt. 1 down here. We'll go through the rest of the lineup for you. Bryson Sherwood is batting second and playing short. Batting third, Dio Cornett, and the third baseman. Batting fourth, Joshawn Sandoval. He's the catcher. Batting fifth is Josh Torrance, playing right. Batting sixth is Randy Fernandez. He's the second baseman. Batting seventh is Ryan Leo, the center fielder. Batting eighth, Joshua Martinez, the designated hitter. And batting ninth, the first baseman, Frank Vogel. Bryson Sherwood, a junior, hitting .337. They are facing on the mound Benefield. Called strike 2. Oklahoma City coming off a 9-5 victory in this morning's game into the early afternoon, defeating Freed Hardeman, the number 2 seed here in the Oklahoma City bracket. Chris Benefield on the mound is a senior, and he registers the strikeout, his first this afternoon, 2 down here in the top of the first. Benefield is a right-hander making his second start of the season, 8th appearance He has a 1-0 record. He's pitched in 14 2/3 innings this year. Given up 17 hits and 14 runs, 13 of them earned. Struck out 12 and walked just 7. He has an ERA of 7.98, and he's facing now Dio Cornett, the third baseman. Cornett bats .325 coming into this one. 51 hits in 157 at bats. Cornett is 3 for 8 here in Oklahoma City. With 3 runs scored, Looper bobbles it, stays in front of it, and fires a shot to first base. Cornett grounds out. He can't beat it out. 1, 2, and 3. 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first inning. Stars are on the way when we come back. Stars getting ready for their first opportunity to swing the bats here in today's second game. It is game 8 of this Oklahoma City bracket. Mid-America Nazarene 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the inning. Oklahoma City now coming to bat. Starting lineup looks like this. Batting first is Felix Chenier Rondeau. Moves up in the lineup from where he was previously here in Oklahoma City, and he's the right fielder. Batting second, the third baseman, Darian Looper. Batting third is Cross Factory, plays center field. Batting fourth, Peyton Crispin, the left fielder. Batting fifth is Cade Stevens, DHing for this game. Batting sixth is Frederick Walter, the first baseman. Batting seventh, Noah Barks, the second baseman. Batting third is Chad Pike, playing shortstop. And batting ninth is Dylan Taylor. He's the catcher.
For the Oklahoma City Stars, the right fielder, number 31, Felix Chenier Rondo.
On the mound for Mid-America Nazarene is Noah Castillo, a freshman, a right-handed pitcher. This is his 14th appearance and 13th start. He has a record of 7-1, pitched 1 complete game. Given up 79 hits, 40 runs, all 40 earned. Struck out 62 and walked 10, as an ERA of 6.32. 93 degrees outside. Well, it's gone down to 92 since first pitch. Wow. Cool front must have come in. The wind, though, has really died down here. No gusts in North Oklahoma City at the moment. The flag in center field is hanging. 6 miles per hour is what the app says. It's been out of the southeast most of the day yesterday and today. That would be blowing to left. Felix Chenier Rondeau batting first. The sophomore hits .346. The bats were strong for Oklahoma City earlier today. Chenier Rondeau went 2 for 4 with a walk pair of doubles in the 7th, or excuse me, a pair of singles in the 7th and the 9th. He'll strike out here to open this contest.
Up next for the Stars,
Castillo
number 23, Darian Looper.
Appeared in the game on Monday and seemed to be a little tight in that one. May have had a small injury. Did not see time yesterday, and he looks to be rested to be on the mound today. Darian Looper batting now for Oklahoma City. Looper is a senior who hits .382. In the earlier contest, Looper went 1 for 3. He was walked twice. And that one hit was a triple. He scored twice as well. Looper came into the game on Tuesday against Mid-America Nazarene. On a 12-game hitting streak, he started that streak back with 1 in the previous game today. He went 0 for 2 with 3 walks. Looper finds a way to get on base for the Stars. On base percentage at .512. Foul back 2-2 now the count. A 5-team field in this one of 10 opening round brackets. This one here in Oklahoma City on the campus of Oklahoma City University. Three games on Monday, which included the 4 and 5 seeds, LSU Alexandria and Kansas Wesleyan. 5 seed Kansas Wesleyan defeated Alexandria 8-3. Payoff pitch, and Looper will take his base. 6th walk for Looper in the last 2 games in an inning. Brings up Cross Factor. Game 2 on Monday featured this Mid-America Nazarene team, the 3 seed, defeating 2 seed Freed Hardeman 7-6. Cross Factor now batting for Oklahoma City. Factor, his average is .531. Has 104 hits and 196 at-bats. .91 RBI on the season as Looper takes a bit of a lead at first, 2-0 the count. Factor is a hitting machine. On top of that, he has 30 home runs, which puts him in a tie at the top of the NAIA in that category as well. Count 2-1. He struck out only 18 times this season. How's that one back 2-2, that count. Again, .531 batting average, slugging percentage of 1,168. Those don't sound like real numbers. Video game numbers at best. Here's the 2-2 from Castillo. That one fouled away. 104 hits on the season. Of those, 24 are doubles, 4 triples, including 1 in the earlier game, and 30 home runs. Factor sticking around in this at-bat. Game 3 on Monday featured Kansas Wesleyan, the winner from the earlier contest, taking on top seed Oklahoma City, and the Stars defeated the Coyotes 7-5 in that one. Factor puts that to left field. It will find a way to get to the wall. One bounce to the wall, and it's getting past Woodley. Woodley's going to pick it up, and Looper will come all the way in from first base. Cross Factor with a double, an RBI double. And this may be a bit of a stretch, but on the day, he's hit for the cycle. That includes a home run, triple, and a single in Game 1. And there you see it. Finds a way to get just past Woodley. Woodley can cover a lot of territory, but Factor finds a way to find those gaps. Peyton Crispin now batting for OCU. Crispin, a senior, hitting .453. Very solid .453 as well. Has 86 hits on the season, 82 RBI. Hits that one soundly to right. It's deep, and it is gone. Peyton Crispin with his 14th home run of the season. RBIs 83 and 84 as Factor comes in. Now batting for Oklahoma City, Cade Stevens, the designated hitter. Stevens lines that to left center. Leo will pick it up there, and Stevens looks like he wants to go to second, decides better, and he'll stand up, a single as well. 3 consecutive hits for Oklahoma City. Stars have 3 runs on 3 hits. Frederick Walter now batting. Walter, the first baseman, comes into this game on a 21-game hitting streak. Shows bunt, lays it down. Cornett comes up to make the throw. Fantastic throw to first. Stevens will advance to second. Walter gets him over there, does his job. Great athletic play by Cornett to make the out. Conversation now on the mound for Mid-America Nazarene. 3 runs on 3 hits. Runner now on second after the sac bunt from Walter. Noah Castillo has his afternoon done after 2/3 of an inning. New pitcher on the way. In the meantime, here on the campus of Oklahoma City University, I want to remind you that OCU Athletics thanks these sponsors for their generous support of the Stars. Delaware Resource Group, Hilton Garden Inn Northwest, Mercy Hospital, OCU Bookstore, OG&E, Paycom, Prosperity Bank, Staybridge Suites, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. Alex Myers, a sophomore right-handed pitcher, making his 13th appearance of the season, 12 of them in relief. Has no wins or losses on his record, no saves. 19 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 28 hits, 22 runs, 11 of them earned. Struck out 15 and walked 13. Has a 5.03 ERA. He'll be facing Noah Barks, the second baseman. Oklahoma City does here what it did in the earlier contest today, is trying to jump out to an early lead. Noah Barks is hitting .330 on the season. Does not have a hit yet in this opening round. Barks is 0 for 10. He scored 4 times. Came into the tournament with a 7-game hitting streak, including hits in each game of the series finale, or the regular season finale series against Oklahoma Panhandle State at Goodwill. And through the Sooner Athletic Conference, went 7 for 18, pair of doubles. Yet to record a hit, though, here in this opening round. That one well outside. Wild pitch as Stevens will advance. Count 1-2 now. That one low. 2-2 now the count. Barks through the tournament. The opening round here has made his living with quality play at second. Pops that one back. Beyond the press box here at beautiful Jim Wade Stadium. Beautiful press box as well. Softball's been going on this week. The Oklahoma City bracket has OCU advancing to the NAIA World Series. That just across the street. You can see the lights for the softball field there in the back of the shot you're looking at now. And that one as well. Looks a little bit better there. NAIA golf will be played here next week at Lincoln Park in Oklahoma City. NAIA tournament coming to Oklahoma. Barks will take his base. And now runners on the corner for Chad Pike. Pike is hitting .299 on the season. Had a single in the second inning of the previous game today, and then struck out, ground out, flew out, and recorded the final out in the 9th inning. 1 for 5. That one fouled back. Runners in scoring position for OCU here in the bottom of the first. Crispin got a hit earlier with that setup, and Banks now the second batter. OCU already 1 for 1. Runner is going. Pike thought that he had received that fourth ball one pitch earlier, had to come back and look at it again. He takes his base now, and the bases are loaded. Bringing up Dylan Taylor. Another mound visit. Coach Ryan Thompson. Colton Punches coming out in Thompson's place. Talking things over with his pitcher now. Myers has the bases loaded behind him. This is his third OCU batter to face, and it's Dylan Taylor. OCU is 2 for 2 now with runners on base. 1 for 1 in scoring position, and Taylor, ground to short. The easy throw. 9 batters for Oklahoma City made a trip up, and in the process, 3 hits, 3 runs were scored, 3 left on base. 1 complete here in this Oklahoma City bracket. Joshua Sandoval, Josh Torrance, and Randy Fernandez. Middle of the order coming up now for Mid-America Nazarene. Sandoval, the all-time leader in home runs for the Pioneers, has 61 of them right now for his career. When he became the all-time leader last April, he did so with a lot fewer. 33 home runs was what it took to set the mark last April. Since that time, he sent 28 more over the walls in parks around the Heart of America Conference, and there at Mid-America Nazarene as well. And that one is high, but it will stay playable as Factor is able to come up underneath that. One home run hitter to another. Josh Torrance now batting. Bats from the 5-hole. The senior hits .384 and leads the team in batting average. Has one hit more than Randy Fernandez, 71 on the season and 185 at bats. Torrance, a member of the All-Heart tournament team for his effort. 4 Pioneers named to the All-Heart tournament team. Torrance along with Fernandez, Dio Cornett, and Noah Castillo. Castillo's day is already done here, the freshman from Whittier, California. Oh, 2 becomes 1 and 2 now. With 1 down, Torrance trying to put some runs on the board here. His team trailing by 3 early. Mid-America Nazarene 38-16, 26-6 in league play, and Torrance will reach base there. Single to right field. And the first base runner of the afternoon for the Pioneers. 1 down, bringing up Randy Fernandez. Mid-America Nazarene won the regular season championship in the Heart of America Conference and lost in the tournament, forced an if necessary game, but fell to Central Methodist. Fernandez gets out of the way of that one. Randy Fernandez, a senior, hits .363, has 70 hits, second in that column for the Pioneers, 70 hits and 193 at bats. 15 doubles and 4 home runs. Fernandez, ground ball to second, tough play for Barks, no throw to second, and realistically, no throw to first. Torrance will advance to second. We await the official call from the press box as Fernandez will reach. Take another look at it right here. Barks comes up, tries to make that play, cannot do it, and an errant throw to first, too. Good job by Walter to reach over and stop that. Steps off the base and doesn't allow the runners to advance. He'll go down to the first hit of the game for Mid-America Nazarene, or second hit of the game for Mid-America Nazarene. Fernandez still talking to coach at first. And while we've been watching this and looking at the replay, you look out there and Taylor is not behind the plate right now. So we await word as to what has gone on with the Oklahoma City catcher. So we're hearing that Barks is receiving some attention, the second baseman for Oklahoma City, as that ball did take an interesting bounce. He was able to stay in front of it and not let it go past, but he's being looked at right now. And Taylor will come back out, and Barks will come back out as well. Everyone seems to be all right here. Let's check on those things. We've slowed things down a couple of times here this week for injuries. So 2 hits on the board now for Mid-America Nazarene. Now batting is Ryan Leo. He is the center fielder. Leo hitting .338, 69 hits. He's done that in 204 at-bats this season, the first Pioneer to cross the 200 mark in at-bats. Has 13 doubles and 6 home runs. He has runners on first and second now. Leo, they ask first base. First base says no, he did not go around. The count goes to 1-2. Leo is a senior from Queens, New York. Pan American International High School, and gets to Mid-America Nazarene by way of the Triton College Trojans, a Trojan junior college in River Grove, Illinois. Count moves to 3-1. That one fouled back. I was talking a little bit earlier about Coach Thompson. Right at 450 wins for his time at Mid-America Nazarene. Took over the program in 2007. That's outside, and so the bases are loaded for the Pioneers. Brings up Joshua Martinez. Martinez is looking at his first start of the season. On the year, Martinez has a .625 batting average. Now you might think, how does that not factor in with cross factors batting average? It's 5 for 8. Martinez, a freshman from Glendale, Arizona, homeschooler from there, comes in. He's seen limited time, has always come in to pinch hit. His 5 for 8, .625 batting average includes a home run as well and 3 RBI. This is his first start, and he makes the most of it. A single, an RBI single. Bases remain loaded, and the Pioneers are on the board here in Oklahoma City. One run now, 3 hits for Mid-America Nazarene. And Frank Vogel, the 9th batter, here in the top of the 2nd inning. And the Pioneers are making their way through the lineup for the first time. 0-1 the count, nobody out for Vogel. He's a freshman. He hits .303 as that ball's not going to get past. Taylor says no. That one a little bit low, 2-1. The wind has picked up just a little bit here on this sunshiny Wednesday afternoon. Coming in from the east, in essence, blowing in from center. And Vogel pops that one up. It's going to go into the outfield. And Crispin calls off to make the catch, and the throw-in looper is there. And a nice job by Peyton Crispin to keep the runners in check. So that is out number 2 here in the top of the 2nd inning. Bases still loaded, and we go back to the top of the order with Drew Woodley. Woodley, a sophomore from Overland Park, Kansas. Plays high school ball at Shawnee Mission South. Woodley is 1 for 5, we mentioned, for the tournament. That one hit was a home run. He scored twice. And he has also walked 3 times. That one high. 3-0 the count now. Nowhere to put Woodley. Two down. And ball 4. So Woodley will take his base. 4th walk of this opening round for Woodley. And Fernandez trots in. 3-2 the score. Brings up Bryson Sherwood. Struck out looking. Back in the first. A little conversation that's going to take place on the mound right now. And Benefield gets a chance to get some positive thinking going on. In the meantime, here on the campus of Oklahoma City University, as the Stars sports medicine partner, Mercy Hospital keeps them at the top of their game. And they can do it for your team too. From checkups and physicals to specialty care, Mercy's here to help keep your family off the bench and feeling, living, and playing their best. Find and schedule your primary care provider at mercy.net/OCU. Visit mercy.net/OCU to book your appointment online. At Mercy, your life is our life's work. Sherwood batting. And Bryson Sherwood lines one to left field. 1 run scores. Tie ball game as the Pioneers have knotted this thing up in the top of the 2nd inning. And just chipped away, and chipped away until the lead has vanished. Fourth hit of the inning for the Pioneers. And Dio Cornett is now the 9th batter this inning. 2 down. Bases are loaded. Cornett hitting .325, 51 of 157. Throw to second is not in time. Woodley was off a little bit, and Taylor tried to catch him in the act. Taylor's already picked off a runner, did that earlier today in our first game. Picked off Stark, who was leading too far off first base. 2-1 now the count. And that one will hit Cornett. Tried to get out of the way, takes that one in the back. And Mid-America Nazarene now has taken the lead. The run scored on the hit by pitch. Four runs here in the top of the second inning. And possibly the best situation you could ask for if you are a Pioneers fan. The all-time leader in home runs with the bases loaded. Activity in the Oklahoma City bullpen now as Jacob Wright is warming up. And Joshua Sandoval, 61 home runs in his career. The previous record was 32. He's coming close to doubling that. It's going to make it difficult for the Pioneer batters who follow him. That one fouled back. That one high and will not be playable. Joshua Sandoval, a senior from Manatee, Puerto Rico. He attended the Carlos Beltran Academy. Two and two now the count. Pioneers 4 hits on 4 runs on 4 hits. Stars 3 runs on 3 hits. And Sandoval is hit. Back-to-back HBPs. Back-to-back runs scored off a hit by pitch. Joey Calamayo comes out to run as a courtesy runner for Sandoval. Josh Torrance back up here in the second inning. He is the 11th batter to come to the plate for the Pioneers in this top half of the second. 5-3 the score. Looper makes the grab. And instead of tagging the runner, he makes the throw to first. Possibly the easier out for Looper. Doesn't matter, though. 11 batters come to the plate. 5 runs scored on 4 hits, 3 left on, no errors. And midway through the second, the Pioneers have taken a 2-run lead on the top seed here in the Oklahoma City bracket. This one has all the makings of a high-scoring game. Right now, 8 runs on the board through an inning and a half. Oklahoma City has Felix Chenair-Rondeau up to bat. He has led off this game and led off the second inning now. 9 batters went across for OCU in the bottom of the first. And Rondeau makes the first out once again. Darian Looper, who recorded that last out, looked like he might have the 5 unassisted. Instead, he throws over to first for the putout. And the Lions, Fernandez leaping up to make a fantastic catch as Looper lines that. Looked like it would be right over him at second base. And he's pulled up a little lame a couple of times. Might be a little bit hobbled out there. It hasn't stopped him. He's still performing so well at second base.
At bat, cross factor.
Randy Fernandez listed at 5'11". Put a lot of leap into making that catch. Cross factor now batting. And Factor watches that one, 2-0 the count. Stars had a number of years here in recent history with 50-win seasons at 49-5 right now. Factor hits that one high. It's drifting, and it will go beyond the fence on the left field side and beyond the trees. Trying to hit the 50-win mark, and more importantly, trying to stay alive here in the playoffs. A win for Mid-America Nazarene means the Pioneers advance to the NAIA World Series. A win for Oklahoma City means that the Stars will have forced an if necessary game, which would take place tomorrow at noon. Factor. That one, the ground ball to short. Checked and double checked by Sherwood. Dio Cornett, looking up. I knew that wasn't Sherwood. Cornett has shifted over, and it's going to be a 5-3 ground out. 1, 2, and 3. Oklahoma takes a seat. 2 complete. It's a 2-run lead for the Pioneers. Top of the third on the way now as Mid-America Nazarene comes back to bat now. Randy Fernandez, after 11 batters, trotted up to the plate in the second inning. 5 runs were scored for Mid-America Nazarene. Pioneers will have Fernandez, Leo, and Martinez due up. Fernandez, that one drifts foul just over third base and will hit beyond the foul line. Mid-America Nazarene, as we mentioned, 38-16, It's the farthest that the Pioneers have been in an opening round bracket, and I know some folks are watching back on campus. So a shout out to the folks who are watching at the Cunningham Center. That one will go behind Fernandez and over his head. Fernandez is a senior from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and he will take his base. At first, I was wondering if someone may run for Fernandez, and that is not going to be the case. So he is at first now. First time today that the Pioneers have led off an inning with a base runner. Ryan Leo walked in the second and scored. Leo went 6 for 16 in the Heart of America Conference Tournament. Had a 2 RBI and a double. Runner on first now. And the 2-1. And that one went well up the barrel of the bat to throw over to second, and Fernandez is out. The Stars get the lead runner. Leo, by way of the fielder's choice, will wind up at first. Just caught that well up the bat. Joshua Martinez now batting. And what a great story he's been here in the tournament. Had some hits, including one in his first at bat today, an RBI single. He is now batting 6 for 9, a strong .667 for the year. And Leo will advance to second on the wild pitch. So the count at 1-1 now. And Martinez, the freshman, fouls that one back. Just finds a way to get hits. Realistically, it's about making the most of the time you've been given. Sometimes that is a lot of time, sometimes it's a short amount. What are you going to do with what you have? And Leo will move on to third with a wild pitch. Of course, there is something to making the most with what you had, and whether it be big or small, I have heard if you're faithful in small things, you'll have an opportunity to work with some bigger things. And that one fouled away as well. One down here in the top of the third inning, 2-2 count for Martinez. And Martinez just sticking around. This is the 14th game in which Martinez has seen action. Hits that one high to left field. Crispin is positioning himself, and he'll throw it in. And Looper with the cutoff, no throw there. And so how about that? Sac fly, another RBI. Martinez with back-to-back plate appearances, back-to-back RBI. 2 down now here in the top of the 3rd inning. Nobody on now with 2 outs as we are back to the bottom of the order. Frank Vogel, not to be confused with the basketball coach. Vogel hitting .303, and that one hit him. 3rd hit by pitch. Two of them scored runs. This one, with no one on, Vogel will just have to be lonely at first base till some of his teammates join him in the base path. Drew Woodley, as we go back to the top of the order, 0 for 1 with a walk in the 2nd inning, and he scored a run. Having a called strike. We talk about some high points over the season for some of these players. Woodley had a solid series against Culver Stockton. In 4 games against the Wildcats, he went 9 for 15, had 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and a triple. That was back in March. The Pioneers went 3-1 in those 4 games. And Barks will step back and make the catch. Top half of the 3rd is now in the books. No runs scored, no hits, and 2 left on. Excuse me, 1 run scored. I apologize.
The left fielder, Peyton Crispin.
Crispin, Stevens, and Walter represent the middle of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 for OCU, and the Stars are trailing. Right now, the Pioneers have doubled them up 6-3, 6 runs on 4 hits. And we're talking about that top of the 3rd inning, the 1 run, still no hits. An RBI from Martinez on a sac fly. 2 left on as we come on to the 3rd inning now. Peyton Crispin, a senior from Lukiba, Oklahoma. Lukiba Sickles High School. He was a Panther and a state champion there. He has a home run today, a 2-run shot already, trying to beat this one, and he cannot. Fernandez is there to make the toss to first. 1 down. Cade Stevens now to bat, had a single in the 1st. The designated hitter made it all the way to 3rd, stranded there. Stevens is a senior from Blanchard, Oklahoma. Transferred in from Cowley in Kansas, a community college there. Stevens keeps on running. That one, the throw is not in time, as it was going to be tough for Torrance to corral. An umbrella between me and where the ball was. And Stevens saw it, though. He knew there was a chance to take another base, and he did. See the replay there. Torrance tries to pick it up, can't do it, has to come back again. And Stevens turned on the afterburners to make it to second. Brings up Frederick Walter, the first baseman. Advanced Stevens with a sacrifice bunt in the first inning. Walter, a senior from Montigny, France, a suburb of Paris. He's been a career .298 hitter in his time with the Stars. That one fouls back. We were making our way through the tournament a little bit earlier. Monday's scores we've given to you Tuesday. Started off with LSU Alexandria and Freed Hardeman in an elimination game, and Freed Hardeman eliminated the Generals 6-4. Walter puts that high. Will stay within the infield. And Fernandez makes the call and the catch. Out number 2.
The second baseman.
Noah Barks now batting. Walked in the first inning. On Tuesday, that elimination game was followed by a winner's bracket game in which Mid-America Nazarene put itself in the position in which it is right now. 6-5 victory over Oklahoma City, sending Oklahoma City to the loser's bracket. Game 3 of the day had Freed Hardeman defeating Kansas Wesleyan 17-9. That was a long game if you watched that last night. If you stuck around to the end, well, let us know why. It's fun to watch. Brings us to today. Our earlier contest at 11 o'clock today had Oklahoma City taking on those Lions, and OCU with a 9-5 victory over FHU. That one got close to Barks. Backs up 2-2 now the count. Stars can put runs on the board often, but here in the third inning are trailing by 3 already and need some offensive production. Mid-America Nazarene was able to get a victory over Oklahoma City using 6 runs yesterday. Parks fouls that one over. It'll be out of play beyond the first base dugout. Parks puts that one high into left field. Woodley is looking for it and makes the catch. Cade Stevens gets on base with a double. Other than that, 3 outs recorded, so no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on. No errors. 3 innings complete here. record and 1 save as well. 29 and 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 22 hits, 19 runs, 14 of them earned. Struck out 34 and walked 16. A 4.30 ERA, and he's facing Bryson Sherwood. Sherwood is 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single in the second, struck out in the first. Book is closed today on Chris Benefield. 3 innings pitched, gave up 6 runs on 4 hits. All of them earned, struck out 1 and walked 3. He faced 19 batters and threw 73 pitches. Ground ball to first. Walter will step over and step on the bag. 1 down here, and that brings up Dio Cornett. Cornett made the play, solid play to end the inning just a moment ago on defense. He's wearing number 16. It's not the number that he started with. We told this story a little bit earlier. It's a great one, though. Warrants another go-round. Came to a series on the road, didn't have his jersey. Didn't want to tell his coach, but he did anyway. Coach Thompson said, well, here, use mine. And that jersey right there just took a hit. Second hit by pitch that Cornett has taken. We'll go ahead as he walks to first and tell the rest of the story. He wore the jersey. As we look at this again. Yep. It's number 16. Wasn't his number, but he wore it anyway. Over the course of that series, doubleheader actually, went for 7 for 7 during the doubleheader and decided he's going to keep that jersey and keep that number, and he's done that since. It has worked to his advantage. Hit by pitch for the second time, and he's on first base. That is the 4th HBP recorded here, and we're just 4 innings in. Joshua Sandoval fouls that one back. He was also hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Flew out to center in second. Watches that one across, called strike 1 and 2 now the count. Watches the third strike come across, and he will take a seat. Josh Torrance on the way.
At bat, Josh Torrance.
Looks at it, didn't necessarily agree. Runner on first. Walter is over to stop it, going to try to beat it out. And he makes the out. Torrance just couldn't quite get there quickly enough. Walter hits a play, not only stopping the ball, but saw that he could outrun Torrance to get there, and that is what he did. The 3 unassisted. No runs on no hits and 1 left on. Bottom of the 4th, Serene, and he has a 3-run lead with this to work here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oklahoma City will bring up Pike, Taylor, and Chenier Rondeau, 8, 9, and 1.
Shortstop, Chad Pike.
Pike, a sophomore from Southampton, New York. Looking at a 2-0 count. Hitting .299. Count goes to 3-0. Pike is 2 for 11 through the opening round. Called strike. Has a run scored. He's walked once as well. Pike, matching that number 8 on his back, brought in an 8-game hitting streak. In the Mid-America Nazarenes' first matchup with Oklahoma City. That was snapped, but he'll take his base now. Second time this week he's been walked against, second time today he's been walked. Third time this week he's been walked against Mid-America Nazarene. He was stranded on first in the first. No outs now here in the bottom of the fourth. It'll bring up Taylor. Dylan Taylor, a senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shows bunt. Played high school ball at Jinx and no throw. Cornett came up to it, didn't like the look of it, and decided not to throw. So now runners on first and second as Pike moves over.
At bat, Chenier Rondeau.
Was a great play, and it turns out Cornett did make the throw. Didn't look like it left his hand from up here. Looked like he had thought better of that. We'll see that again. And we see Cornett come in to make the play. And what a fantastic throw that was. Better vantage of it from that particular view as well. Different look here in this game. Couple of shots that we have from behind home plate, and that was an excellent look. Chenier Rondeau will take first base, however. Here you get to see it from our vantage a little bit more, and the throw is in time. That will bring up Darian Looper for Oklahoma City. Looper 0 for 1 on the afternoon, reached base by way of a walk and scored a run in the first. Looper, a senior from Ada, Oklahoma, played his high school ball at Bing. Runners on first and second, as some of the strong bats for OCU starting to work their way back around. Called strike, 1-1. We're talking about Looper's play at third base in both of today's games. And that one will be fouled. He's been hitting the ball as well. Had a 12-game hitting streak coming into the Mid-America Nazarene game. 1 for 3 against Freed Hardeman, starting a new one. And that one on the ground. Cornett makes the throw. And the out is called. Pike will advance to third. Chenier Rondeau thrown out by Cornett to second. And Looper does reach base by way of the fielder's choice. Runners on the corners now with 2 down. And Cross Factor batting. Factor 1 for 2 in this game. Ground out to third in the second inning. The wind coming in from the east now, blowing in from center field. And Sandoval doesn't let it go past him. Thinks about throwing back to first, keeps Looper in check there. Umpires for this game are Bill Powell, the home plate umpire, Doug McClure at first, Terry Harrison at second, and Chris Orline at third. As Looper puts that right back up the middle. Easy step on the base for Bryson Sherwood. And so 2 left on here. No run score, 4 completes, and Mid-America Nazarene owns a 3-run lead. Hey, I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. I really thought he kept that in his glove. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a bad call, and I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know.
The second baseman, Randy Fernandez.
Top of the fifth now for Mid-America Nazarene. Fernandez, Leo, and Martinez. And Fernandez will take his base. That brings up Leo.
Center fielder Ryan Leo.
Ryan Leo has scored twice in this one. Reached base by way of a walk and fielder's choice in the second and third innings. Lines that one to right field. And Leo with his first hit of the afternoon. That brings up Joshua Martinez.
Joshua Martinez.
Has a single, a sac fly, 2 RBI. You make a name in the postseason, and Martinez is doing that. Didn't get his first appearance. He participated back in early April in a win at Baker. Oh, for his first 2, finally got a hit back on April 9th. And this was his first start today. Swing and a miss there. He'll go down swinging for the first out of the inning.
First baseman Frank Vogel.
Martinez is now 6 for 10 on the year. Still a very respectable 600. That goes along with, for Martinez, 5 RBI. So Frank Vogel now batting. Vogel was hit by a pitch in the third inning and flew out to left in the second. Vogel on the ground to short, the toss to second. That's in time, but he will make the first. Double play not turned there. Leo takes a seat off the 6-4. The 3, though, won't quite get Vogel.
The left fielder Drew Woodley.
Back to the top of the order, and Drew Woodley, who makes his 4th plate appearance this afternoon. Hard swing at that. 0-1 now the count. Runners on the corners, and that one fouled back. 0-2 with 2 down here in the top of the 5th. That one fouled as well. Woodley stays alive in this at bat. And that one, the one hop. Vogel was thinking about trying to challenge Taylor. Decided better. Fernandez is at third. Another foul. Woodley sticking around. Has a runner in scoring position, and Fernandez at third. Pioneers trying to get as many runs as absolutely possible. Woodley to short. Throw not in time. Woodley gets the RBI. So a base hit, a single, sends Vogel to second, and Vogel hustled to get there to beat the throw. In the meantime, Fernandez in for the score. That is the second time he has scored today.
Shortstop, Bryson Sherwood.
Nice job by Vogel to make it there to second in time, just as Fernandez is crossing. Fernandez was the fifth batter hit by a pitch. Actually, the fourth different batter, as Cornett's been hit by a pitch twice. Sherwood hitting now. The first one to come across for a score, although it factored in twice earlier, pushing in two other runners in for a score when the bases were loaded. We're midway through this one. Mid-America Nazarene has another run on the board. 2 hits and a couple left on base. Back in a moment.
Now up, Peyton Crispin.
(7-3) our score from Oklahoma City. And we are passing the midpoint in this game as the Pioneers out on the field have a 4-run advantage on the top seed Stars. Crispin, Stevens, and Walter. They led off the third inning. They lead off the fifth. And Crispin hits that to center. Shallow center, running up to get it off of one hop is Leo, and Crispin will reach with a single. Crispin with his second hit of the day, a 2-run home run in the first. Cade Stevens now batting. Crispin taking a bit of a lead out there. Stevens, we talked about some high points for some of these players this year. Did well against Panhandle State, 6 for 12 against the Aggies. In Goodwill had 10 RBI in a 6 for 12 series. He started as a designated hitter in each of the first 2 games. Evan Mon started in the earlier game in this spot, and Stevens is back now. Stevens is 2 for 2 on the day. 1 single, 1 double, and that one in the corner of the field, the left field corner. Stevens with hits in the first and the third, but is left stranded in both. Fouls that one back. Talking about OCU and the history that has been here. 15 50-win seasons in Oklahoma City. Trying to make another one here. 49 wins coming into today. Oklahoma City, the winningest NAIA program since 1991, over a 30-plus year period. Stevens sends that high, and Torrance will bring it in. One down. Frederick Walter comes down to bat. '2005 national champions. 16 trips to the NAIA World Series. One and 0 the count. That one makes its way to left field. A single for Walter. And the hitting streak extends to 22 straight games for Frederick Walter.
At bat, Noah Barks.
Noah Barks now batting. 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a walk. Stars now with runners on first and second and one down. Bark watches that one, takes a little high. Mid-America Nazarene with 6 runs in the 1-run win over Oklahoma City, 7 runs in the 1-run win over Freed Hardeman. They played it close, but continued to come out on top. Barks puts that high, and coming in to make the catch at right field. It's not hard, makes the throw, and there really was no play. Crispin wasn't going anywhere. Brings up Chad Pike.
The shortstop, Chad Pike.
Pike now with 2 down. Runners on first and second. Oklahoma City 1 for 7 now with runners in scoring position. And 0 for 4 with 2 outs. Ball gets past Sandoval. Runners will advance now. Officially scored a wild pitch to advance both the runners. So Pike with another opportunity. Called strike. 2-1 now the count. Two down now here in the bottom of the fifth. And that one goes for a ball. 3-1 the count. Myers has walked 4 in 4 innings pitched. He's given up 3 hits, but no runs. This is the 20th batter he's facing. That one will stay on the turf. Cornett comes over, makes the throw. Got him. Cornett shows that he has a gun as well at third. Fires it to first, and the inning is complete. No runs on 1 hit. 2 left on. 5 complete. Pioneers leading by 4. Five complete here, and the Pioneers are playing for an opportunity to play in the NAI World Series. A win this afternoon would put Mid-America Nazarene there. Dio Cornett puts that high and deep, and Cross Factor will come back, step back to make that catch. Went all the way just about to the wall. Took a step back in to make the grab. 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Joshua Sandoval. Not the afternoon that he may have wanted to this point so far. Flew out to center, was hit by a pitch, and struck out looking. One and two now the count. And we talked about Sandoval and the fact that he comes from Puerto Rico, Carlos Beltran Academy. Their website says 98% of the graduates receive college scholarships. That's a phenomenal number. You go out there, you learn a thing or two. A lot about baseball. And find a way to continue your education while playing a great sport. Sandoval to center field. That will drop for a single. So 1 out, and Sandoval is on. Josh Torrance coming up now.
Right fielder, Josh Torrance.
Joey Calamayo coming back out to run. Calamayo and Woodley both hail from Overland Park, Kansas, Shawnee Mission South High School. Calamayo has been a pinch runner often throughout this opening round. Started the game as well. Up and under for the catch there is Chenier Rondeau. So Torrance becomes the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, Randy Fernandez.
Randy Fernandez now batting. Fernandez has scored twice in this one. Had a single and was brought in. He was also hit by a pitch and was brought in. Ryan Leo with that single, and Drew Woodley with the RBI single back in the fifth. And Calamayo is going. He takes second, and Fernandez now looking at 1-1. Fernandez taking that to left field. It is high, and it will be back at the wall. And that's where Crispin will make the catch to end the inning. Fly out to center, fly out to right, fly out to left, and a hit in the middle of all of that. No runs, one hit, and one left on. We'll take you to the bottom of the sixth inning in just a moment here on the campus of Oklahoma City University. Don't forget, Prosperity Bank believes in building genuine relationships just like their sponsorship of OCU Athletics. With a community banking philosophy, Prosperity Bank earns business based on service and convenience. Visit prosperitybankusa.com to find Eric Navarrete, the new pitcher for Mid-American Nazarene. Pioneers have a 4-run lead as we are moving into the bottom of the sixth. Dylan Taylor, ground ball to short, and he is out number 1 for the Stars. Numbers on Navarrete as he is now making his 16th appearance, second in relief, a 5-5 record with 3 complete games to his credit, 71 and 2 innings pitched. He's given up 88 hits, 56 runs, 43 of them earned, 77 strikeouts, and 26 walks, an ERA of 5.40. He started on Tuesday against the Stars and pitched 2 complete innings, gave up 2 hits and 2 runs. He's facing the top of the order, and Felix Chenier-Rondeau, and that hooking to left. It will stay fair. Just inside the fair portion of the field, right there by the pole. And Chenier-Rondeau reaches base with a double. It is his first hit of the afternoon. Darian Looper now batting. Looper yet to have a hit in this one either. He has a run scored, walked in the first. Navarrete doesn't want to give Looper anything easy to work with. Want to know the count, and that one outside as well. Neither Fernandez nor Sherwood patrolling second that closely. And Fernandez just had his glove off for a while. Taking a moment to stretch and get ready. 2-0 the count now to Looper. Shows bunt and takes the strike. 2-1 now. Navarrete delivery, and that one is fouled back. (2022) NAIA Baseball Championship opening round, the Oklahoma City bracket championship game. One down, and the Stars trailing by 4 now. They've lost 5 games this year. 49-5. Of those losses, a 1-run loss to Mid-America Nazarene, a 1-run loss to Friends, a 1-run loss to Mid-America Christian, a 1-run loss to Bellevue, and a 10-run loss to Oklahoma Science and Arts. Another quality team from the Sooner Athletic Conference. So in saying that, this is somewhat unfamiliar territory, being 4 runs down in this one. Close games throughout. Trailed by 3 to Mid-America Nazarene yesterday. Got to within 1 in the 9th inning. And Looper will put that high and deep to left center, and coming back to make the catch is Woodley. Runner will advance, though, as Chenier-Rondeau makes his way to third. 1 down here on the fly out to left. That brings up cross factor.
Center fielder, cross factor.
hitting better than 530 on the year. Factor, a senior from Yukon, Oklahoma. Played for the Yukon Millers. He went to Oklahoma State, had 5 at-bats at OSU, and plays now for Oklahoma City. Has 3 siblings, and actually his sister plays softball at Oklahoma State University, Cheyenne. She's a star on the team as well. She's hitting .318 for Oklahoma State, and the Cowgirls just recently won the Big 12 Tournament Championship. Factor had a double in the first. He's been the third out of the inning in both the second and the fourth. Well, realistically, the third out, hit into a 6 unassisted, and Looper was tagged out at second. Two and one now, the count with 2 down. Make it 3-1 now. The double here in game 2 of the day completes the cycle for Cross Factor on Wednesday. Had a home run, a triple, and a single in his first game today. He'll watch that one and take his base. So Factor on first means runners are on the corner now with Chenier Rondeau at third. That is just the 29th walk of the season issued to Factor. And he struck out only 18 times, and for somebody that swings the bat as well and as hard as he does, just 18 strikeouts on the season. Again, 29 walks. Brings up Peyton Crispin. Has a home run in the first and a single in the fifth. 2 RBI already to his credit. Fourth plate appearance today for Crispin. And that will hook foul and not be playable. And you look at the pace of the game and how it's going for Stars fans. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Looper coming up, Factor coming up, Crispin coming up. You know all these batters are going to get at least one more go-round. Strike 2 called. Wind still blowing in from center. Not much of a breeze as Factor will take second. Cross Factor has been active on the base pass this year as much as anyone in a Stars uniform. 19 stolen bases. Swing and a miss. And the strikeout by Crispin will end the inning. A double and a walk, and 2 left on base. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on, 6 complete. Pioneers up 7-3. Jacob Wright has pitched now 3 1/3 innings. This will be the 16th batter he's faced, and that is in the person of Joshua Martinez, the designated hitter. Martinez with an RBI single in the second, RBI sac fly in the third. This one will find the gap, has another single. His second hit of the day, and he reaches base. Martinez, a fantastic afternoon. Martinez is now 2 for 3 and has 2 RBI and a run scored. Frank Vogel now batting. Vogel reached on a fielder's choice in the fifth, was hit by a pitch in the third. Shows bunt for a moment. Vogel, one hop, picked up the throw to second, is in time. Vogel will reach on the fielder's choice again. The ever popular 3-6. Two down now here in the top of the seventh inning.
The left fielder, Drew Whitley.
Back to the top of the order now, Drew Whitley with his fifth plate appearance. Pioneers 7 runs on 8 hits. One now the count as Woodley watches that. Mid-America Nazarene finished the regular season on a strong note. Took 2 of 3 against Central Methodist. Swept Benedictine in 4. Swept Evangel in 4. Took 2 of the final 3. Actually took 3 or 4 against Central Methodist. Won 11 of their last 12. And Woodley will reach with a single. So runners now on first and second. Woodley back-to-back at bats with singles. Took 3 or 4 against Missouri College prior to that. 3 or 4 against Baker. 3 or 4 against Culver Stockton. Swept Park in 4. Tied the series with Peru State. You're going back to March now at the last Hart series in which Mid-America Nazarene didn't go 3-1 or sweep the 4-game series. Faced Oklahoma City twice in February here at Jim Wade Stadium. And the Stars won them both. 12-1 on a Friday, 8-5 on to Saturday. Bryson Sherwood batting now. Sherwood ground out in the 5th, ground out in the 4th, and had a single back in the 2nd. That one to right field. It will stay fair. 1 run will score. Sherwood headed to second. He'll stand up for the double. 2 runs will score. And the Pioneers, with a 2 RBI double from Sherwood, are now on top by 6. Excellent placement. And it stays fair. Sherwood with a couple of RBI here. Conversation now on the mound for Oklahoma City. Bryson Sherwood with RBIs number 38 and 39 on the year, and that is his 17th double. Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher for Oklahoma City, and we'll tell you about his numbers in just a moment. Meanwhile, here at Oklahoma City University, you're asked to support OCU athletics through joining the Champions Club. You can make a difference for an OCU student athlete through making a tax-deductible gift to the Champions Club, which can be designated to a specific intercollegiate team, the General Athletic Fund, or the Athletic Endowment. For information, visit the Champions Club page at ocuchampionsclub.com or call Chris Maxson at 405-208-5431 and become an OCU champion today. Grant Harrison on the mound now for OCU. Harrison is a senior, a right-handed pitcher, making his 14th appearance, his 13th in relief. 4-0 is his record this year. 25 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's facing Dio Cornett now as his first batter. There's a runner on second. Harrison has given up 29 hits, 9 runs, 7 of them earned, struck out 29 and walked 14. An ERA of 2.45 for the senior. Called strike, 1-1. By the way, for Sherwood, who is at second, those were his first 2 RBI for the opening round. His second double here in Oklahoma City. And Sherwood will go on to third on the wild pitch. Three hits here in the top of the 7th inning. Two runs have scored. And Cornett fouls that one back. 2's across the board now, 2 down. But the Pioneers are extending a lead here over the top seed. And Cornette has that fouled over near the dugout. So we'll take another opportunity here. Cornette on the day was hit by a pitch in the second and the fourth innings. He was stranded on second in the second, stranded on first in the fourth. He's ground out and had a fly out as well. 0 for 2. Count goes full. 2 down. No one pushing Sherwood at third. So he may not be active there. Full count. And the payoff pitch. Cornette watches that one. He will take his base. Now runners on the corners for the Pioneers. Cornette on base for the third time today. And Joshua Sandoval to bat. Sandoval had a single, his first hit of the game. That was in the top of the 6th inning. He was hit by a pitch. 5 HBPs on my score pad in front of me. One of those was Sandoval in the second. Struck it in the fourth and flew out in the second. Sandoval struck out looking in the fourth, and I think that the expression he gave just then was very much similar to the expression after called strike 3. Count goes to 1-1. Hard swing there. 1-2 now the count. Wind has picked up just a little bit more. Temperature's dropped to 91. Right around 10 miles an hour blowing in from center. Cornette going. Sandoval puts that high in the air. Someone calling for it, and that one is Crispin. The inning is done. 2-run score for the Pioneers on 3 hits, and 2 are left on. We're midway through the 7th inning. Let's take a moment to stretch here from Jim Wade Stadium. Stevens, Walter, Barks due up now here in the bottom of the 7th as Stevens will look at a strike. Sun moving across to the west as it does. And shadows are starting to form here on the field. Shadows from trees creeping into left field now, and the third base dugout providing some shade. Over the course of the season, many 9-inning games and many 7-inning games in doubleheaders. So this one, as all of these in the Oklahoma City bracket, going 9. And we're not really close to that now. There are no run rules here in the tournament as well. Not in the opening round here at Oklahoma City. The count on Stevens has gone full. And the payoff pitch will send him to first base. A walk to lead off the 7th inning for the Stars. Third time this game in 7 innings that Oklahoma City has led off with a runner on base. Frederick Walter, whose single in the 5th inning extended his hit streak to 22 straight games. 1 for 3 on the day. Oh, and 2 now as he's behind. That one high and foul. Against Central Christian, Walter had a big day. A season-high 7 RBI in a 3-for-3 day against the Tigers. Had a double and 2 home runs in that contest. The current hitting streak for Walter right now goes all the way back to April 5th. That one high to center field, shallow center, players converging, and Fernandez ultimately making the catch. One down here in the bottom of the 7th, bringing up Noah Barks, runner on first. We talked about Barks in the first game today. If you weren't watching that, he was named the Jim Wade Award winner for the Male Student Athlete of the Year. Fly out there, out number 2. Barks a scholar athlete for the NAI, but recognized locally here at Oklahoma City University, the Male Student Athlete of the Year. If you recognize that name, Jim Wade Award, the stadium here is named for him. Chad Pike with 2 down, swings at the first pitch and lines that into left. And so Stevens moves over to second. Pike on the first pitch swinging with a single there. He's at first, and Evan Mon is now batting for Dylan Taylor.
Attention please, now batting. Evan Mon.
Mon started as the designated hitter in the earlier contest today. He's come in to pinch hit in that DH spot twice already in the tournament. And now hitting in place of Taylor. Mon, a senior from Greencastle, Pennsylvania. Count to 1-1 now. Mon hitting 303 for the year. Has 99 at bats. .30 hits in those 99 at bats. 8 doubles, 3 triples, 7 home runs. Mon in the opening round has gone 3 for 8 with a double and a triple. That was an RBI triple in the win over Kansas Wesleyan, a crucial run in that game. 2 for 4 earlier today with the start. Had a run scored and, of course, the double. 1 RBI through 3 games coming into this opening round matchup between the Stars and the Pioneers. Second time these two teams have met in the opening round. Stars would like to push it to where they meet for a third. Trailing by 6 runs here, though. Swing and a miss on the 2-2. Out number 3. Evan Mon strikes out, and the 7th inning comes to an end. No runs scored off 1 hit, 2 left on, 7 complete. The Pioneers are up 9-3 in this championship game.
fielder Josh Torrance.
Torrance, Fernandez, and Leo due up now in the top of the 8th inning. Six runs lead on the Stars here in Oklahoma City. Torrance puts that high up in the air. Folks calling for it, and finally Chenier Rondeau says, I've got this one. A little bit better angle, running forward to make the catch. Sun becomes a little bit more of a challenge for the folks at first and second and right field.
Second baseman, Randy Fernandez.
Randy Fernandez now batting. Has scored twice. He's 1 for 2. Fly out most recently to left field. That was in the top of the 6th inning. For Oklahoma City, the most recent hit, that last one from Chad Pike, was the first hit they'd had with 2 outs in an inning. Fernandez puts that high to center field. Factor is back and casually makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Ryan Leo up now with 2 down. Leo struck out as the first out of the inning in the 7th and had a single in the 5th.
At bat, Ryan Leo.
One for 3 on the day. A little behind that one, fouls it off. Leo, senior from Queens, New York. The grounder to short. 1, 2, 3. The top of the 8th is done. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. And we will go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Stars will be batting here at Oklahoma City University. Don't forget, Tinker Federal Credit Union is a proud corporate sponsor of OCU Athletics. Call on Tinker Federal Credit Union today for terrific loan rates or any of your financial needs. Go to tinkerfcu.org for more details. Tinker Federal Credit Union, a proud OCU Athletics partner. The bottom of the 8th inning will bring up the top of the order for Oklahoma City University. Chenier Rondeau, Looper, and Factor. Pioneers on top by 6 in this one. And it is a point in the game now where the Stars need to have some offensive production. Trying to get win number 50 and extend this opening round tournament. Chenier Rondeau pops that high, and Sandoval is able to get up underneath it. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Brings up Darian Looper. Looper 0 for 3 on the day. Did walk and score a run back in the 1st and flew out to left in the 6th. Looper transferred to Oklahoma City. Spent a little time for the Texas Rio Grande Valley. One of the Vaqueros there, Division I. Navarrete has pitched 2 complete innings, as Looper has that one drift just foul. Easily would have been a single, and Looper might have been able to pull 2 bases out of that. This is the 12th batter that Navarrete has faced, and he has struck out 2 and walked 2. Given up no runs, though, so far, just 2 hits. Oklahoma City with 3 runs on 8 hits. All 3 of those runs were scored in the bottom of the first inning. Since that time, it has been a scoring drought. Navarrete to Looper, puts that to left field, and coming up to make the catch is Woodley. Hung up there for a little while, just long enough, and Woodley had a good jump on it. Brings up Cross Factor. Factor's 5th plate appearance of the day. Had an RBI double back in the first, and since that time has been relatively quiet. Hitting officially .531 coming into the contest. And a hard swing and a miss there. Did walk in the 6th inning, was stranded on second. Sends that one high and foul. Bit of a shift when Factor is batting. Sherwood closer to second. First ball, 1-2 now the count. Cornette has more room to cover, and there is a gap in left center right now. Strikes out looking. The player of the year in the Sooner Athletic Conference will sit down, and so will the rest of the Stars. 1, 2, and 3. We are headed to the 9th inning. NAIA 22 Baseball Championship opening round action from Oklahoma City University. Back in a moment. Martinez, Vogel, and Woodley due up now in the top of the ninth. Mid-America Nazarene, the Pioneers, regular season champions from the Heart of America Conference, looking to pick up win number 39 for Coach Ryan Thompson. Martinez, who is 2 for 3 on the day, is now 7 for 11 on the season. He has 3 RBI, and he has played a big role in this opening round championship game. 0-2 the count now. Martinez had a single in the 7th. Swing and a miss there. He struck out twice today. That's out number 1. But it's been a big game for him and a good tournament. Will Morris is coming in to hit for Frank Vogel. Morris on the season, batting .224, a senior.
Your attention, please. Now batting, Will Morris.
Morris pops that up to left field, and Crispin over to make the catch. 2 down now here in the top of the 9th. And back to the top of the order now.
Left fielder, Drew
6th
Woodley.
plate appearance for Drew Woodley. Singled in the 7th, scored a run. Walked in the 2nd, scored a run. Watch his 2 strikes now. Mid-America Nazarene 4 for 12 with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, make it 4 for 13. Top half of the inning is done, but the Pioneers have 9 runs on the board. They have a 6-run advantage, and they are looking to make history in the bottom of the 9th. Stars are on the way. The Stars are down to their final 3 outs in this one, looking to try to make a huge comeback here in the 9th and push this to an if necessary game. Mid-America Nazarene with a 6-run advantage as Peyton Crispin swings on the first pitch and he singles his way on. Brings up Stevens and Walter following that.
DH, Cade Stevens.
Cade Stevens, the designated hitter. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He walked in the 7th inning, stranded on second. 9th hit of the day, that was from Crispin for the Stars. Stars have just 3 runs, though, on 9 hits, and that really is the story of the day. They have left their share of runners on base. 10 runners left on base through 8 innings. All 3 runs were scored in the first. Looper walked, and we have a box, so the runner will advance. So Crispin moves over to second now. Stevens looking at 0-1 now. Again, Oklahoma City, as Looper walked in the first. Cross Factor had a double that sent him home, and then Crispin, the next batter's home run, brought both of them in. All 3 runs, bam, 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 and then nothing for the Stars from that point, at least not in the runs column. Navarrete came in the 6th. And Stevens with a single to left. Crispin moves over to third. Stars now have 10 hits on the day. Matches the 10 from the Pioneers. The run differential is big, though, in favor of Mid-America Nazarene. Nobody down here in the bottom of the 9th. Frederick Walter. Walter is 1 for 3 on the day. That lines to left field. An RBI single for Frederick Walter. Big hit for Walter. Crispin comes in to score. Nobody down. It's 9-4. And we'll have a change on the mound. Trevino is coming in for Mid-America Nazarene. We'll take a break, come back with some numbers in just a moment. Stars have put 1 on the board in the bottom of the 9th and trail now by just 5. Went 6 2/3 inning and got the win in that game. He's rested for a day, and he's coming back here in the bottom of the 9th. He's 10-3 on the season. 7 complete games, 91 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 97 hits, 44 runs, 40 of them earned. Struck out 106 and walked just 31. An ERA of 3.93, and he is facing Noah Barks. In for a strike. Barks is 0 for 3 today. He walked back in the first inning. The pitch will get past Sandoval, and the runners will advance. One and one now, the count to Barks. The wild pitch. Trevino is the ace for the Pioneers. Solid season. 2-2. Again, struck out 106 this year. 10.41 strikeouts per 9. And that's with 91 2/3 innings pitched, too. That's not a skewed number. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Chad Pike now batting. Runners on second and third. One runner's already scored. 3 consecutive singles before Trevino came in. Stars' first run here in the bottom of the 9th since back in the bottom of the first inning. And Pike on the ground. Throw to first in time by Fernandez. Another run scores. It is now 9-5. 2 down, though. And Tristan Williams now batting. The Stars are down to their final at bat. Mid-America Nazarene is trying to advance to the NAIA World Series for the first time. And Williams watches that for a strike. Williams, a junior from South Lake, Texas. He's hitting .209. That one well outside. Check swing. He did hold it back. 2-1 now the count. Runner on third. Count goes to 3-1 for Williams. He's had 9 hits this season in 43 at-bats. 12 RBI this year. Called strike 2. The count goes full in the bottom of the 9th with 2 down. Swing and a miss, strikeout, and the Pioneers prevail. Mid-America Nazarene advances to the NAIA World Series for the first time. (9-5) is your final score from here in Oklahoma City. And the 3 seed defeats the top seed for the second time in this opening round tournament. (9-5) is the final as the Pioneers will move on. Mid-America Nazarene went 3-0 during this opening round, defeating Freed Hardeman, the 2 seed, 7-6. Oklahoma City, the 1 seed, 6-5. And Oklahoma City again, the 1 seed, 9-5. Mid-America Nazarene never played a lower seed in this tournament, and they found ways to win. A celebration likely in the Cunningham Center. Hope you've been watching this one and hope you're excited in Olathe, Kansas, as the Pioneers are going to come home champions in this opening round, but they will continue their season. 39-16 now on the year. Oklahoma City falls to 49-6. And as we start to wrap things up here from Oklahoma City. There is the trophy. The Pioneers prevail here. The celebration ensues, and Mid-America Nazarene will be moving on. A fantastic opening round here. 8 games of baseball on the campus of Oklahoma City University and Jim Wade Stadium. Beautiful days for baseball, wonderful games, and the number 3 seed, the Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers, do advance. They will move on today. Woodley 2 for 5, Sherwood 2 for 5 today as well for Mid-America Nazarene. Martinez, a big 2 for 4 day. He also had multiple hits. For Oklahoma City, Crispin went 3 for 5, Stevens 3 for 4. Walter, his hit streak moves to 22 for the senior. Closes out this season on a 22-game hit streak. Fantastic way for him to do just that. Cross factor just 1 for 4 on the day, but he did have his 30th home run a little earlier today, and he does close down this season. He will be at the top of the list in batting average for Oklahoma City University history. It will be somewhere around 530. I'm sure you'll be able to find out the exact number on the OCU website. Sports Information Director Rich Tortorelli will have that on the site for you as he wraps things up. So we do start to close things down here from Oklahoma City. I'm Joey McWilliams. I want to say thanks to all the folks here who have helped me and been a part of the broadcast here. Also to the Sports Information Directors from Freed Hardeman, Dustin Seymour, and from Kansas Wesleyan, David Tolley, from Mid-America Nazarene, Chad Jenkins, and also from Oklahoma City University, Rich Tortorelli. And you see right there, Oklahoma City University coach Denny Craybaugh, whose win total is now 1,600 even, gives his congratulations to the Pioneers. A couple of final numbers here really quickly. The winning pitcher is Myers. Went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits and no runs, walked 4. And he faced 20 batters on the day. He comes away with the win. Benefield, the losing pitcher, in 3 innings pitched. And that looks to be a wrap from Oklahoma City. Again, fantastic tournament here. Glad to get to be a part of it. I'm Joey McWilliams. Thank you for watching. Final score here, 9-5, Mid-America Nazarene over Oklahoma City. The Pioneers prevail, and they advance to the NAIA World Series. You've been watching the 2022 NAIA Baseball Championship opening round, Oklahoma City bracket. God bless you. Have a great night.
Love you. No, actually, I don't have a connector thing. Yes, I do. Thank you for taking those. Yeah, definitely. Do you have a connector? Yeah. I hope I cleared the card out.
Yes, sir. Great to meet you. Congratulations. Sorry about